Okay, so I don't want to make this video long. This is my tutorial for the look for my nails. So I'm going to cut in and out so that way I can show you what I do. So this is the Beauty Creations Brow Soap. I know it looks a little messy and it doesn't look, but you still can notice that it's from Beauty Creations. I love their brow soap for your brows. So let me show you what I do for those brows. So I wet my spoolie. I go in, and what I do is I just kind of brush my brows up just like this. And then I stand them up just like this. I have some little straggly hairs that I finished plucking a little while ago before I started my makeup. So once I do this, I let it dry, and once it's dry, I will be right back. Okay, so now that it's dry, what I like to do is I like to kind of form them into the shape that I want them to go. So kind of similar to like that. So you're kind of like just maneuvering them into the position where you want them to be. Just like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do this brow. Even though I'm only gonna do this eye first, and then at the end of this video, you will see the whole look come together. Okay, so from there is where I grab, and I'm sorry that I didn't have all of this like planned out. So I grab my NYX Lift and Snatch. I love these pens, and I use two different shades. I use the ash brown, and I also use black because my brows are kind of like a dark brown to a black. So I use ash brown to give it that like highlight of natural brows, and then the black to give me more of a look for brows that I don't have because I don't have brows. So I use these, and let me start this and I will be right back. Okay, so with the ash brown, I like to kind of give my brows the shape that I want them to go. So as you can see, the hairs are starting to look a lot more, or that I have a lot more lashes, eyebrows. So if you can see, and then I just give them the shape with this one, and then with the black I do more hairs. So kind of similar to like that. And then I'll go in, and then I will draw my arch like that. Hopefully you guys can see. And I'm not blocking you with the mirror. Just like that. So I'm going to finish this up just a little bit, and then I'll add the black. So just like that. So now I'm going to add the black. So give me a second. Okay, so with the black, this is where the extra hairs come in. So I like to just fill in into little spots that I don't have hair growth. Just like right here, I like to make it look like my hairs are standing a little bit up. And I think I need a new pen. And then I just kind of like darken up the back of it like this. And this gives you the illusion of having natural brows, and I love these pens so much. One of the best brows pens that I've used so far. So something similar to that. So let me grab my eye primer, and I will be right back. So this is Laura Cosmetics White Snow Eye Primer, and I love using this primer because it's white and it makes the shadows look 10 times better. So we're going to throw this on my eyelid just like this, and then I'm going to blend that into my eye once I can top this because it decides it wants to roll. So let me do that really quick. You could use a brush, or you could use a beauty blender. I like to use the brush because it distributes the eye primer nicely onto your eyes, and then you can also get into where your eyebrow is just like this a little bit easier, and that way you're not messing up your new brows, you know? So just like this. Okay, now let me get the palettes that we're going to use and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Sugar and Grunge palette, and we're going to be using Skater 8. This one is Sweetheart, and also a bit of flannel just to darken up on the backside. And then we're going to be using Prom Queen for above the brow bone, and I'm going to do a kind of like a cut crease look. So let's get into those colors. Okay, so first we're going to go in with the Sweetheart, and we're going to go in with a flat brush just like this. And then Sweetheart, she is going to go into the inner corner just like so. You want to just stay in this general area right here. So we're just going to add her right there, just like this. So what you're doing is you're creating where you want the cut crease to go. So I know where my cut crease is. You can use different methods of different methods of finding your cut crease. You could use a primer method where you could just put the primer on the top, close your eye, look up, and then you can find your crease that way. And I know mine because mine is like right here, and I just go above because I do have hooded eyes, and my hooded eyes are very deep set, so I have to go above. So we're just going to go just like so. So we're just going to blend this in really quick. So Prom Queen is going to be above into there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take another flat brush. I'm going to take a smaller one. You know what? We'll take this one. It's kind of like round. We're going to go into the Skater Girl, which is that pink. And I'll show you this light pink. And we're going to blend her into the Sweetheart. So we're just going to blend her in just like so. Kind of like a tap swipe kind of motion, and we're still going to just stay in this general area, if you can see, in that general area. And then we're just going to blend her into the Sweetheart, just like so. Add just a little bit more just to give you the color payoff. And then you can blend it, just in case you have any like harsh lines, you can blend it just a little bit up on the top. So I like to go back in with Sweetheart, tapping a little bit of accessed shadow that I have on there, and then I like to just make sure that it's blended perfectly with each other right there. So now going in with a actually blending brush, if I can find one. Blending brush. Okay, so we're gonna go in with a blending brush, and we're gonna go in with flannel, the color flannel, because it's just a little bit darker, and I have hooded eyes, so I have to have a darker color on the outside and then into the where my crease is, so that way you can be able to see the color. So going in with flannel, she's so pretty. And then what I like to do is kind of like angle it up where it's going this way. See how dark it is? So pretty. And then just blend it just a little bit into Skater Girl, and then just kind of softly blend her into your thing. So do you see what I mean, where I normally have to blend it in so you can actually see that shadow? So then kind of like picking her up, going in that way, and then kind of blending her into Skater Girl, blending her up just a little bit. And then I'm gonna take just a little bit more on the brush, tap her off just to get a little bit more of the darkness. And then see, it gives you like that lifted eye look if you do have hooded eyes, I do makeup for Hooded Eyes. That's all I have is Hooded Eyes. So I'm going back in with Skater Girl, add a little bit onto the brush, and what I like to do is make sure that Skater Girl and Flannel is blended seamlessly together. Kind of reminds me of Peaches and Cream, these two. And then I'll blend both of them into Sweetheart. And then I go back and forth until I like what I see when I blend them together. So, like so. And then I blend a little bit more. So you want to blend, but you don't want to blend too much because then you won't be able to, you'll just have like a muddy mess. But I like to blend just enough so you can see all three shadows in your eye, in your makeup. So just like so. And then if you get a little bit just like I did right there, what you're going to do is you're going to take your blending one that you used for the medium pink, and you're just going to kind of like bring it, kind of like with the sweeping motion, just bring it out and just blend. And then I like to use the first color that I used, and then just go in with that as well, just like so. And what you'll get is you'll get a seamless blend into your makeup, just like that. And then if it's not blended and you see like a little patchy, see how it's a little bit patchy there? What I like to do is with nothing on the brush, there's still just a tiny bit of shadow onto the blending brush, is I just like to go over very lightly and just to blend those colors together, just like so. So I'm going to darken up the wing just a little bit more, just like so, and then bring that into here. See how it looks a little bit more blended and just a little bit darker. Just want it a little tad darker. I don't want it too dark because I still want it to match my nails. So I'm just gonna go back in with nothing on the brush, just whatever I had on that brush from Skater Girl, and then just kind of like blend them together just a little bit. Kind of like a sweeping motion, no back and forth, no wipers, no patting, just back and forth, just swiping, just like that. So I'm still not kind of liking the way this top is looking, but I'm just going to blend a little bit more, just like that, you see? Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with Prom Queen. And I'm going to go in with a flat brush, and then I'm going to sweep Prom Queen right along the brow bone, just like so. And I wanted it to be gold, the Prom Queen, because I wanted it to be gold because my nails have gold on them. Just like so. And then I'm going to bring that down a little bit into the front. This is really pretty. Okay, so do you see how it kind of like lost the blend right there? So I'm going to go in with the brush that I had before, and then I'm just going to slowly kind of like blend it with a circular motion with whatever is left on that brush, and just blend up. You still see the golds on there, just like so. Okay, so from here, I like to add on my eyeliners. So the liners that I'm going to be using are, let me see, I have so many. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. This is No Budge retractable liner. I love retractable liners on my eyes. And I'm going to use the Micro Revlon Stay eyeliner because I needed eyeliner and this is the only one that I can find. So I'm going to shake her up really good. And then from here, we're just gonna do our line. I kind of like to tap and not drag on this part. So this liner is kind of wet right now. Sorry about all that noise. Those are my kids. Okay, so when you get here, I like to angle my eyes down so that way I can get a perfect wing. And then I just drag up from here. And then I go from here all the way down. And then I'm going to fill this in and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have this there, I love a good black bat wing, and that's all I do is the bat wings, because once I open my eyes you could barely see the liner itself. So what I like to do is I'm gonna go at an angle so that way you guys can see. I go from here and then I just go straight across just like that, so that way you can see my liner. So I like to kind of like point it out, and then from here I'm going to make a kind of a half circle. Let me just get a little bit more black on there, not too much. I don't want too much, but from here half circle just like this. And then what I like to do is fill this in just like so. Just like that. So when I do close my eyes, you can actually see the wing itself. I'm gonna fix that a little bit because I'm not liking the way it looks, because it's not, when I close my eye you can still see a little bit of the pink. So what I'm going to do is kind of just fill in that spot right there. I'm gonna drag this out a little bit more, just like that, and then this down a little bit more, just like that. Now when I close my eyes, it looks like a seamless wing. Okay, so from here what I'm going to do is I'm going to add on the glitter. So my glitter I get from my friend Luxby Aesthetics. You can find her here on YouTube, and you can also find her on Instagram and also TikTok and Facebook too. So her glitters are a glitter paste, and these are her stacks that she is converting all her other glitters into stacks, and I'm going to use Goldie because she's perfect for this one. So, and I will show you really quick what her other glitters look like. So these are her other glitters, and she's just transferring these into stacks, so it's a little bit easier for you to use and place wherever you need it to go. Okay, so I'm going to get a flat brush just like this, and what I like to do is go into the glitter. And this, you don't need any glue. If you want your glitter to last all day long and no budging whatsoever, you could use the NYX glitter glue, or you could use this. Her formula is absolutely amazing, and you don't need any glue whatsoever. As you could just see, I just put it on my brush. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go where I started that line, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add that just like that. So what I'm going to do is just add her into a line. Just like that. I'm going to pick a little bit more up. Just like that. Okay, so I'm going to go up to here and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I got halfway there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this line and then just make it go out that way. And when I'm done, I will be right back. Okay, so I am just about to the end, and I want to show you what I do when I do looks like these with the glitter crease. What I like to do is I like to add the glitter on just like this. And with this glitter, which I really love about this glitter, is that you can wipe your brush, have no glitter on there, and you can still like maneuver and manipulate the glitter into the spot where you want it to go. So for me, I am going to kind of like give it an angled up look. So I'm going to push the glitter down on one side and then kind of like push it up and out, if you see that it's going like that. Just like so. So pretty. Okay, so from here I do like to add just a tiny bit of glitter kind of like in the corner. So I'm going to use a different brush. We'll use this one. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm only going to tap the glitter on to the brush. Let me just get enough. Just don't want too much, but I just want a little bit. Let's see, we could drag it because it's the formula is really good, so it's kind of impacting. Oh, there we go. Okay, see how it just has a tiny bit on there? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to bend up my eyes, or close my eyes, and then I'm just going to kind of like stamp it on. That's all I'm doing, just to give you a little bit extra sparkle. Just like that. Okay, so from here, I'm going to add my liner onto my waterline. And I've noticed a lot of girls, they can't do the rubbing on the lid, the waterline, because it does irritate me a lot. So what I kind of started doing is just tapping and kind of like swiping. So kind of like what I did with the shadows, but this is what the liner instead. So open your eyes and kind of like stamp it. Stamp and swipe up, just like this. So you're not really, you can actually see it. You're not really kind of like rubbing it. You're just stamping it on, just like this. So if you do it fast enough, the color stays on there very fast. So kind of like this. So that way you're not doing all of that rubbing, and you can actually do this a lot faster than having to irritate your eyes so much of using the swiping back and forth, because that does irritate your eyes a lot. The bottom one, I do that. I do swipe back and forth because the bottom one doesn't really irritate me that much. And I go all the way into the inner corner, just like so. And I'm sorry that you see my eyeball, but this is the only way that I can show you what I do. So from here, I like to have the angle of, if you can see, that's always going to be a slight angle to the retractable pencils. So what I like to do is, like, I like to see where that angle is right there. And then I like to just go into where my corner is and then just swipe up into the eye, just to give you that cat eye appearance, just like so. Okay, so I'm going to, from here, I'm going to show you the lash that I'm going to do, and then I'll show you the products that I'm going to use for my face, and then I will be back and we're going to do this eye. Okay, so these lashes are called Sabrina. These are very loved lashes. This is also from Luxby Aesthetics. She is one of my lash girls that gets me all the gorgeous lashes. So with these lashes, it is, if you can see, she has a slight pink and also some white onto the outer corner and some embellishments of shinies. And I will show you what she looks like on this eye, so that way you can see what she's going to look like. So that's what she's gonna look like. Let me finish this eye and I will be right back to show you what I do for my face. Okay, so for my base of my makeup, I like to use the body oils from Luxbe. This is in Rhiannon, and you can find her on all the platforms from Luxbe Aesthetics. And look up the body oil. This is Rhiannon, like I said, and I'm going to mix it in with my Pharmacy CC cream. That is a color correcting balm that I like to use because it's light to medium coverage. So what I like to do is I like to add Rhiannon to my wrist, kind of like blend her in a little bit, just so that she doesn't leak all over the place. And I forgot to open up my CC cream and put her right on top of that. Usually I do it the opposite way. I do the CC cream first and then that, but obviously I did it backwards today. So I just mix it in, and I am losing some of the Rhiannon. Mix it all in really well. Looks a little messy, but you're also warming up the CC cream all at the same time while you're doing this. And then just start adding her to the face. So I'm going to blend this in with a sponge from e.l.f. Cosmetics, and I normally do a brush and then, don't normally, but I normally do it with a sponge, but I've been really liking how the brush is looking when I do the foundations. So they're actually dirty right now, and I have a bad habit of not washing my brushes. So I have to wash my brushes. So let me blend this into my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so from here I go in with my liquid contour. I get the e.l.f. Halo Glow because I really like the color on this one. This one is the Fair to Light. So I dab her on my forehead, which I need to get another one because this one's almost out. So I just dab her on my forehead like that, and oops, I kind of messed up on that one, but that's okay. And then I do my nose. I also do this, but I bring this into like a V, and I also do it on this side. I do not color that in. And then I also do this because I like to hide my little double chin, and yes, I do have a double chin. And then I bring it down just a little bit onto my neck to make sure that this has very good coverage. And I also blend that in with a brush or with a beauty blender. But today we're going to do the beauty blender because my brushes need to be washed. Okay, so now that we're all blended in, I go in with a flat brush just to blend my nose, only because I like the way the brush blends the contour on the nose. So I do that, and then I bring it up into the brow, just like so. And then from here, we're going to use my concealer. And with my concealer, I only use a little bit underneath the eyes because I've noticed the less is more with the concealer under the eyes. So I just do a small little dab right here and a little swoop like that. Swoop. And then just tiny little dots there. 3 lines going like that. A little bit here. And a big line to give you that nice highlighted areas. So with this, we're going to go in with a brush. So I kind of stamp the concealer in the spots I have it in. And then we're gonna go up and then just blend these lines going outwards, kind of like so. And blend it into the nose. Give it a little bit more of a highlight on top of the nose. And then the chin area, I like to feather it out a little bit. And then the eyes. So I like to just kind of like stamp it into the skin. I don't like to swipe because the more you irritate and kind of like mess with the eyes, it kind of starts to give you those fine lines, which we really don't like. So I like to just stamp that stuff in. And then I like to bring this down and around into the underneath the nose, just kind of like blending it out like that. And then we'll fix this. I like to feather it out, if you can notice, like that, just so that way it blends into your skin a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to very lightly just kind of like blend it into where the shadow is, but not really touching the shadow, if you understand. Not understand, but you know what I mean. Kind of like not really getting into the shadow, because you don't want to interrupt the shadows underneath your eyes. So like that. So then we're going to blend this one here. I like to blend it up into where you put the contour. Just like so, and then we're gonna do the other side. Okay, so I like to use the Beauty Creations banana setting powder. I only use this sparingly. I do have a lot of it. I've had it for a very long time. So what I do is I use a brush, and then I just add some to the tip. And then what I do is I just kind of like stamp it into underneath the eyes, kind of like so. And then if you do get like you do mess up your underneath your eye makeup, like I did over on this side, if you can see, you'll go back in with the brushes that you used for the under eye, which I used angle brushes for the under eyes. I always do, just because it gives you more of an angle access to your eyes underneath them. So I'm going to finish here, and then I'm going to wipe this off once I'm done with a fluffy brush. Okay, so let me finish the rest of my face, which I do here, 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 and then I also do on the sides, but I also just stamp it in with the powder. So I will be right back. Okay, so I am going to contour, and I always do my powders after all of the liquids and creams. So I'm going to use this dark one for the contour, and this is kind of like a lighter for your bronzer. So I love using angled brushes for both of them. So I use a thinner one for the contouring, and then a fluffier angled brush for the bronzer. So what I like to do is I like to add just enough into there, tap off any excess, add a little bit more, tap off the excess, and then go in the same way that I did before, kind of like following your cheek line, and then blend that into the hairline, and then also go up and blend. Just like so. And if you think that that is too harsh of a line for you, you can always go lighter. I leave it that way because I go in with the lighter contour, the bronzer, the lighter bronzer, and then I just blend it in with that, and it looks so seamless and it looks so nice. So I'm just going to do this half, and then I will show you what I am talking about. So let me just finish this here, and I also go under here. Make sure that this is nice and blended. As so. Then I'll add just a little bit more under here, and then blend it down into your neck here. Just like that. Okay, so now that we got that side done, I'm going to take the angled fluffier one, and then I'm going to go into the bronzer, as so. Tap off a little bit of the excess, add a little bit more, tap off, and I go in on an angle just like this, and kind of in a circular motion, blend it right on top of that, and then also into the contour. And then I will do that to the top, blend it in and into the hairline as so. And then I also do it under here. Under your jawline, I do it right on top of the contour that I've already did. Like that. And then bring it down onto your neck. And then a little bit into your ear. So this one is lighter, so it's not going to show much into your ears. Okay, so let me do this side and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with blush. This is from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is the Juicy Cheeks face palette. Look at those colors. Ah, it's so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to go in with two different colors. This is Raw, and then I'm going to use this lighter pink, which is called Plump. Right? Yes. So I'm going to go in with these two colors. I like using two different shades of colors for my blush because I like to have them blend very seamlessly. So let me go in with the Plump, and then with a smaller blush brush, I go in with a lighter color to blend up into there. So going in with Plump, and the little bit from Blend Bunny's blush goes a very long way, so you don't want to overdo it. So just tap it on to see already pigment, and I'm just tapping. So yeah, her blush, ooh, it's so pretty. So I'm gonna tap that in to both sides just like this, and then just bring it up into the sides of here, and then also kind of like swooshy don't know where that came from, but I'm just going to kind of like feather it, not a lot, but just kind of like feather it onto there. So from here, I'm just going to, because you don't have much on your blush, or your brush, you don't have much on your brush to actually blend that. You see how pretty that is? Oh, she's so pretty. And then I'm going to blend that in to here. So you're also blending it into your bronzer, so that way it looks like you have a seamless makeup on instead of kind of like lines. You know what I mean? So you are just blending that into that. Okay, so now from here, you're going to go in with a smaller one. I love this one because it's got a butterfly. I love butterflies. So from here, you're going to go in with Raw. You're going to add her just a little bit, and then you're going to tap her in just like you did the other one. Add a little tiny bit more. Just dab her in just like so, and then bring her up into there. Tap off any of the little tiny bit of excess you do have on there, and then just kind of like blend her in a little bit, and then blend her into the bottom of that one, just like so. And if it's too pink, because I noticed that it is a bit pink, like I can see it pink, but on my camera you don't really see it pink. But to blend it really beautifully, I'm going to add on a third whoopsies. I'm going in with don't judge, Beauty Creations No Need to Hush blushes. And I'm going to go in with Timid Baby. She's my favorite. And I'm going to use another brush. And I'm going to use another small one. This is Timid Baby. This is kind of like a neutral shade. So I'm just going to go in with her, shake her off a little bit. And then I'm going to blend right on top of both of them. Just because I think that that was a little bit too pink. So I'm just going to make sure that both of them are blended seamlessly onto my cheeks. Like so. And then I blend in Timid Baby. I blend her into pretty much my whole cheek. Because I just want to make sure that it's all blended and it's not like patchy. You know what I mean? Because you don't want patchy cheeks. You want blended soft cheeks, not blended patchy cheeks. So I blend everything. So from here, we're going to do highlighter. My favorite highlighter, and I got a lot of them, is from Luxbe. So I'm going to find my Flora, because Flora is a golden pink. Look how pretty she is. Gold pink. And you could also find this on Luxbe's page. Oh my Jesus, I just love her so much. And you're going to see why she is a favorite. Let me just find the perfect brush to blend her in. And we're going to use another angled brush. And this is also part of Luxbe's brushes. And also this one as well. These are the green ones. This is from the collection from Susie and Susie X Luxbe. This one is from DDX Luxbe. Okay, so we're gonna go in with her, and let me show you this gorgeous highlighter. It's so pretty. Watch. You watching? You watching? So beautiful. And then I'm just going to tap her in. I swiped, tapped her in. Oh God, she's so pretty. And then whatever I have on left, I add it to the line of my jaw. So pretty. Okay, going in on the next side. Using Luxbe's highlighter is like the highlight of my day. I love, love, love using her highlighters. Add a little tiny bit more just to do my jawline. And then kind of like dabbing her in here, just underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to fix under here. I'm going to add my lippy, which is another item from Luxbe. This is actually really new, and I'm going to use the shade May, and this one is so pretty. It is a neutral shade, perfect for this. So I'm gonna actually go in with a darker shade lip liner just to blend it in seamlessly. So I'm gonna do this and then throw on a wig and my lashes, and then I will be back to show you what the final result looks like when I'm finished. Okay, so finished look. Wig is from Cozy Zone. Her name is Maneater, and I love her because she has the different color browns to blonde and caramel colors. I just love the way she looks. She is really long too, and she has really nice curls to her, so you can see all of the different shades of brown in her. I love her. And I also changed up the lip liner that I used. This one is from Beauty Creations. This one's the collaboration with Louis Castro. This one is in the shade Caliente, and I still used the Luxbe there she is, the Luxbe liquid lipstick for in the shade May. So thank you for watching. I love doing videos like these so that way I can show you how I really do my makeup and what it takes to do what I do. I will be doing other ones. I won't be doing full faces all the time. I will be doing just the eyes, and if I do different details in my face painting, I also will do those as well. So let me know in the comments down below if you love it, and make sure that you subscribe to see more of my videos. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you in my next video.